You got anything to say, Moose? Okay, he just tried to eat my mic. Welcome back to the channel. That's the intro, and that's how it's gonna be. Today, we're listening to the most recent and currently final Crosses album, released in 2023, called Goodnight, God Bless, I Love You, Delete. So this one looks to be pretty similar to the first Crosses album. We've got 15 songs, it's 49 minutes. I'm expecting something similar to the EPs and the singles that I listened to a couple days ago. Excited to get into this. Very excited to hear what is in store. Once again, I am so in awe of all of the different avenues that Chino has gone down in all of these different side projects, how different they are from Deftones, and just the way that he expresses his creativity in so many different ways. It's just so cool to see. So I just can't wait to get into this and experience the final Chino Moreno project that I've yet to listen to. Hopefully it's not the final one from Crosses or from Palms or from Team Sleep. Keep ringing that bell that I just hope they release more music because especially for me, I think Palms has become my favorite album from these side projects. It's very underrated, I would say, considering, both Team Sleep and Crosses here have had, I think, significantly more buzz and just attention on them. But I feel like Palms, at least just for me personally, speaks to me the most. So, yeah, I just really would be super stoked if he made more music with them, but also with Team Sleep and with Crosses. But anyway, let's not waste any more time. I have the Wikipedia article up for this one. It's pretty short, so I'm just going to read through it real quick. Goodnight, God Bless, I Love You, Delete is the second studio album by American musical group Crosses, a side project of Deftones singer Chino Moreno and FAR guitarist Sean Lopez. The album was released October 13th, 2023 by Warner Records. It's their first full-length album in 9 years since their self-titled debut from 2014. The album was produced by the duo, with additional production by Don Golden, Nate Don Moyer, and Away, with feature vocal contributions from LP and Robert Smith. What? Uh, what the fuck? Okay. Yeah, the Robert Smith? Yeah, the Robert Smith of The Cure. Cool. That's nuts. I wasn't expecting that. An LP. Motherfucking LP from Run the Jewels. Okay, that's also dope. What the hell? Background and release. Crosses formed in 2011 and released a series of EPs leading up to their self-titled debut album. After a 7-year gap, the band announced that they had signed a worldwide deal with Warner Records. The deal led to the release of the Permanent Radiant EP on December 9th, 2022. In March 2023, Lopez shared videos to Instagram appearing to show him and Moreno recording in a studio. On June 20th, the lineup for the music festival Darker Waves was announced, including Crosses, for what was their first live performance since 2014, set for November 18th in Huntington Beach, California. On August 2nd, Moreno posted 2 videos on social media, one featuring him and Lopez in the studio, and the other showing someone dragging a bouquet of roses around by a chain. Very in line, I think, with the aesthetic of Crosses, so makes sense. The album was announced on August 4th with a release date of October 13th. The album was released by Warner Records and is the band's first album on a major label. The lead single, Invisible Hand, was released the same day with a music video. On September 15th, 2 more singles, Light as a Feather and Ghost Ride, were released with a music video for the former. The 4th single, Big Youth, featuring LP, was released October 12th and was later announced to be included on the soundtrack for EA Sports UFC 5. I remember from the first Crosses album, one of their songs I think was on the Batman Arkham, I think Arkham City, and another one was on I think one of the Need for Speed games. So this being on EA Sports UFC 5, I guess tracks they like to put these songs on video games, which is Cool. Per Moreno, most of the album's name came from something that came from my childhood, something that me, my brothers and sister, and our parents, our whole family, always said to each other every night before we went to bed. When I hear the phrase, it just reminds me of my childhood. It was a constant. It gives me this feeling of comfort. And the delete part was to signify the idea that one moment you have everything, and then delete, it's over. Cool. Recording the album was made over a 4-year period, with some songs coming from early in the process and others being finished the last day they recorded. The original intent was to release all the songs in batches as EPs, including Permanent Radiant, and then collect them all together into one full album after, much like the first album from Crosses. But the duo hit a creative streak and finished more songs more quickly than expected, and decided they all fit together as one album on their own. They made enough for a double album, but pared it down to 15 tracks. Well, what the hell? Make a double album. Come on. I always am on the side of more is better. I want more music, even though, I guess you could make arguments against that. But especially in comparison to Palms, which or Team Sleep, where they release one album and a handful of songs make their way out, after the fact, but it's just the album and then that's it. I need more, god damn it. If you're only going to do one album, make it a double album or something. I don't know. I mean, it's 15 tracks. That's a lot of songs itself. So, all right. Good night. God bless. I love you. Delete, the 2023 album by Crosses, starting with the first song, Pleasure. Let's go. That synth is super punchy. Hell yeah, that was sick.
Ready or not, we started a game. The rules of few and empty. Drip out of your heart, reach out of yourself. Coming closer, time your movement well. Reverse the rules again.
Whoa.
The way I see it, you're only shot. Covering grounds, you anger again. Getting closer, so close. Sometimes I feel like the road's been changed.
Oh man, the production is cool. Oh man, I love how that drum beat came in. Dude, that fucking just, I don't know what that is. Almost like the Inception sound. It sounds like that. Yeah, that drum beat. The way that comes in. Fuck yeah. Goddamn. That was crazy. Yeah, whatever that, like, synth effect was, like that crazy distorted, almost, like I said, Inception sounding sample or whatever the fuck, was nuts. Just super heavy and loud and visceral. I like that a lot. This is definitely very reminiscent of the first album, but I feel like there's more kind of going on in the production, like in terms of things coming in and out in the way that it's like panned in the mix. Excuse me. Bless me. Good night. But I loved all the production on that song. That was really sick. All right, next song, Found.
On our way
God, the production is insane.
Our faith aligned. Out of our minds, we stick together. Wait, just wait it out. Somewhere in the distance, our fate will be found. Wait, just wait it out. Somewhere in a dream, we're together. Wait, just wait it out. Somewhere in the distance, our fate will be found. Wait, just wait it out. Somewhere in a dream, we're together. Wait, just wait it out. Somewhere in the distance, our fate will be found. Wait, just wait it out. Somewhere in a dream, we're together.
Cool, dude. Yeah, I like that one. That one definitely reminded me of the Permanent Radiant EP. I feel like it did a lot of the same things that EP, the songs on that EP did. Where it's kind of more sparse and like they strip a lot of the percussion out, and it's just like the electronic elements and stuff like that. And then it comes in on the chorus. I mentioned that in my video on that EP is that like a lot of the songs did this same kind of thing, and I got that vibe from that last song. Uh, but I really like the chorus and just the vocal melody from Chino. All right, next song, "Light as a Feather."
Say something full of desire I'm making. I choose your hand to pull from the mire I've sinking. Through our bodies we exchange what is sacred. With our bodies we create a new realm. Take me higher, pulling me closer before take me higher, don't let me go before say something draped in desire. Show me the view through your lens, exposing the wires in my head. With our bodies we exchange a vibration. Through our bodies we escape to new realms.
Album's definitely keeping the horniness intact from the first one for sure.
Pulling me closer take me higher, don't let me go before
I like that one. Pulseplagg. Fuck. This was cool. God damn. Yeah, I do feel like this album is, and in some ways the Permanent Radiant EP are a bit more experimental than their first album. Like, especially with what all is going on in the production and like some of these just like crazy sounds that are coming in and out. It's a bit more almost trip hop, and I mean, well, that last song honestly sounded kind of like EDM ish in some ways. Kind of all over the place nature of a lot of the production on this album so far is a lot different than their first album, but I'm digging it. It's very interesting. It's cool. I am really enjoying all of the crazy sort of switch ups that are happening in the production. I really like that one.
I see you want a name.
With LP, okay, let's go. I'm interested in hearing this.
For what I can't say, you didn't bother me. You preach to your crowd, but don't bother waving your guns. Hey, don't bother waving your guns. Yeah, better luck next time. You don't know me, you're taking the roads that I shouldn't, the lanes that I sought. I don't owe you one thing, it's a debt to you claim. These tears run dry. These tears run dry. I heard you calling me. Well, you were loud. You were howling constant. I think you'd wanna leave. Well, you're allowed. So don't bother waving your guns. Yeah, don't bother waving your guns. So sorry you were let down. You don't know me, you're taking the roads that I shouldn't.
Oh man, this is sick.
Owe you one thing, you claim you're on board. These tears run dry. These tears run dry.
If it bleeds and leads, the whole scene is a scream. We're all at war to get a piece. You don't see this shit's bleak. Let me speak. This shit is fly, I'm a Khaleesi, high, glide, I mean yeesh. You think I think that I'm too good to deny I agree. The fix is in, I have no time to comply with these fiends. I'm out here dreaming with the sheep, all these swano seeds flying in their grease. Short on the money, someone gonna show you the gunny. Quicker than anyone, gonna teach you to do the Dougie. I came to her bloody and battered purpose a mugging. You wonder why I keep drugs on me, why the style is so muddy. The minute you live is the instant you get on galactic hit list. Know that the city's not granted forgiveness of dying wishes. Picture me giving a fractal of shit or asking permission. Rain is my witness, I'm slinging brick upon brick of that slick shit.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, sick. Fuck yeah. I love that. That's my favorite song so far. That fucking LP was spitting on that, and like I wasn't sure because like it went like halfway through the song without LP, and I was like, maybe he's just like a producer on this, because LP produces all of, or the vast majority of, the Run the Jewels albums. So he is a first and foremost a producer, and I don't think it was until Run the Jewels that he really started rapping. But yeah, so I wasn't sure if he was like maybe just a producer, but I'm so glad he had a verse on that because that was sick as fuck. And the song itself just fucking slaps. Like, god damn, that was, yeah, that's my favorite song so far for sure. I'm a huge Run the Jewels fan too, so like, you put LP on it on something, I'm gonna like it. Cool little interlude. All right, next song, Last Rites.
A page of your Bible placed in my hand, wandering through this maze ahead, marching into a forest fire. I wish I were with you instead. Can I be your savior? I'll be your favorite saint. Picture you in marvelous garb. Your execution changed my head. Locked and confused in a permanent haze. I wish I were with you instead. Can I be your savior?
You know, this one kind of reminds me of the Holy Ghost from the first album. Like, just the melody kind of does.
Another day hunting you down in the rain. Another day chained in your forest again and again. Can I be your savior? I'll be your favorite saint. I'll be your savior. I'll be your
Nice. Yeah, I liked how there was like live drums and guitar on the chorus for that one. It was cool. Ghost riding the whip. Let's go.
At last, our sanctity unwoven, our recurring behavior approaches, hoping to land, crash in a familiar enclave. We were riding aimless, some Let the praying hear the house begin. Reverse the circuit. Feel the walls cave in.
Whoa. That one was cool. Yeah, I really liked that like crazy breakdown at the end. That was sick.
Lay with me, put your hand in mine, watch me bring our dreams alive, draped in the waves, as we fall into his grace, dying to escape. Dive with me, throw your arms around, put faith in me, bathed in your cloud, in harmony, as we fall into his grace, dying to escape. We fall into his grace, dying to as we fall into his grace, dying to escape. We fall into his grace, dying to
Hmm. Yeah, I really like the production on that one. And the singing.
once heavenly, blacked out, new permanent trail, hanging underneath the sun, beyond what should appear, actually no more remains, confusing us all. Eraser, look around. you could have viewed. It's all become dreary and bare. Who would have known it would turn into this? Now the walls surround and everything else seems cold and pale. It's strange and it jars my head. Eraser, look around, around, around. Eraser, look around, around, around.
Ooh. Damn. That was really cool. I really like that part where the guitar came in. That sounds super cool. Like, I honestly wish that was a longer section and the song was longer, because that was sick as fuck. I really liked how the guitar sounded and like how it kind of complemented all of the production going on. It's really good. All right, next song, Natural Selection.
We stumble about into a maze where it seems we'll be forever lost, lying, talking to yourself with our baby caress. You relay kindness. You relay
Mmm. Oh man, the production on this one's crazy. That one was sick. I really like that. Okay, that's the one with Robert Smith from The Cure.
I can't shake it.
Wow. I really like that one. That was really good. I loved the vocals from both Chino and Robert Smith. He sounded really good. And yeah, that was just a super dreamy song. Very, very dreamy. Um, I really like the very hard-hitting tom drum sounds that were going on. Definitely like a drum machine, but really like the vocals on that song in particular. All right, and this is the title track. I'm assuming this is the last song. I don't know that for sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and guess that it is. Let's go. Nice. And that's it. That was a great album. That was definitely a great sort of continuation on the sort of sounds that they established in their debut. Favorite songs, I would say, are Invisible Hand, Runner, Big Youth, Ghost Ride, Eraser, Natural Selection, Girls Float, Boys Cry. I like that last song too. Light as a Feather. I like that one as well. Definitely gonna, listen to it more. But first impression, really good album. Definitely a solid follow up to their first album. And I really enjoyed the two features on here. LP and Robert Smith. They, I think, really added to the songs that they were on. Especially LP, I thought was just a super cool addition. And yeah, Chino sounded great on here once again, unsurprising. But yeah, a lot of the melodies on a lot of these songs are fantastic. The way he sounds on them is really great as well. And the production, honestly, I think the production on this album might edge out the first one just off of first impression. Like, so many cool and interesting things were going on, and some of the songs just really were elevated by what was going on with the production. So, yeah, I definitely enjoyed that aspect of this album a whole lot. So, I, of course, as I do in all my reactions, I will be listening to this album several more times and will be giving you my updated thoughts right here. Whoa! Scalp reveal. That's right, I'm bald. I've been bald this whole time, actually. I just wear a hat in every video, so. Anyway, Goodnight, God Bless, I Love You, Delete by Crosses. I've been listening to it a ton. I think it is great, and I would say worthy successor to their debut album. It's tonally very similar in a lot of ways. I think a lot of the songs definitely carry on from the debut album, a kind of similar structure to a lot of them and similar just approach. But I would say this album is a lot more experimental in what is going on with the production, like I mentioned in my reaction. And I really just love how they try to incorporate more elements from different genres or subgenres of electronic music. You have a lot more, I would say, like EDM, or like somewhat techno influences on some of these songs, like especially Pulseplagg and Pleasure. I would say are very much kind of like both those songs have a sort of like EDM feel to me. But I when I say that, I take that with a grain of salt because I don't listen to a ton of just electronic music, so I don't know all of the ins and outs of different electronic subgenres. So I could be completely off on my description, but just from my basic understanding of electronic music, I feel like there's a lot of those sort of, dance, trance, EDM. I would say Pulseplagg is kind of almost like a club song. That's the best way I could describe it. But there's also, I feel like, more, I guess, like dark wave synth pop in some of these songs, especially the song with Robert Smith, Girls Float, Boys Cry. I feel like that is super just in that dark wave realm, and I really love that song. I think, once again, Robert Smith sounds great on the chorus. It's very dreamy. And the title track as well, I feel like, is pretty in that same sort of vibe. But what I really like about a lot of the songs on this album are there seems to be a bit more of a like abstract nature to the lyrics. When you listen to their first album, pretty much every single song, with maybe one or two exceptions, is just like, you know, about love and sex. And like I mentioned in my reaction to the first album, I feel like it's just one of the most horny Chino albums I've heard. And I would say that this album doesn't have as much of that. And there is a bit more, I would say, like kind of religious imagery in some of these songs, throughout the lyrics, but also I would say that there's still a lot of horniness on the album. It's just not as prevalent in every single song as I feel like their first album is. And I think I do prefer the lyrics a lot on this album more, but in comparison to their first album, the flow of the album I think is a little weaker than their first album, and I just think that some of the songwriting on their first album it speaks to me personally, but I think some of the songs on this album are just incredible, and I think that this album might have some higher highs, even if it's not as consistent throughout. It has songs that I mean I feel like are incredible. Of course, from my reaction, you could tell the biggest highlight for me is Big Youth, complete fucking banger. And I just love that song, and I love LP's verse. But I really love the kind of hook and chorus from Chino. It's very aggressive, and I just love how he sounds on the song too. I didn't really mention that in my reaction. I mostly talked about LP, but yeah, Chino on that song is fantastic as well. I would love to hear more songs kind of like that from Chino. The way that he just was kind of rapping, but it wasn't he wasn't full on rapping. It was like rap singing, but yeah, love that song. Some of the songs that I really love that I didn't mention or speak much at all on during my reaction. Of course, Pleasure. I kind of just breeze by that without saying much, but I do think it is a really good opening track. It sets the tone really well with all of the really distorted like bass and synth lines throughout the song, and all of these crazy production elements coming in and out and panning around the soundscape. Just a really cool showcase of Sean Lopez's production chops. Like he really does. I feel like take it up a notch on this album, and just all of the layers on Pleasure are really cool. Another song I didn't speak much on at all, and is one of my like probably top 5 songs on here, is Light as a Feather. It is just so infectious. It's so catchy. And what I really love about this song and a couple other songs feature this as well is just that airy synth. That's all I can really describe it as. It feels or it sounds super airy, and I think it's kind of using the pitch modulation thing that a lot of keyboards have. Definitely the title track of the album also utilizes that, but Light as a Feather does it in just such a pretty sort of airy way that I love throughout the verses. And the chorus is just absolutely euphoric. Like it is definitely my favorite chorus on the album, and my favorite like I think moment on the album is the chorus to the song. Just beautiful, really makes you feel like you're floating throughout that entire chorus. And I do like how before the last bit of the song, like the last half, there's like a bridge, I guess you could call it, where the kind of bass line and the synth, very again distorted and heavy, just keeps coming in louder and louder, and then it all strips back and it's Chino singing. But I just love that part. Another song, Runner, that I didn't really speak much on, but that song is absolutely gorgeous. I think the dreamiest song on the album, but I love everything about this song. The lyrics are really interesting, and kind of again, there is an element of horniness to the lyrics, but I feel like it's not just about that. It's about following the person that you love wherever they run to. And Chino's vocal melodies again just ascend to another realm on the song. I love the just ooh and ah like vocal passage throughout the song. Just everything about the song is gorgeous. Grace as well. I feel like is very much like Runner as a song, but I feel like Grace is really cool with just the drumming. Uh, I don't know if it is actually live drums or not, but it does sound live. It might just be a drum machine that Sean Lopez programmed, but it just sounds very organic on this song. So I don't know if it was actually live or not, but regardless, I love the drumming on the song, and I do like how this song kind of has more of those religious like allusion to the more religious imagery that I feel like this album kind of brings up more and more, which I like. I mean, I'm not a religious person myself, but I just think that with the aesthetic that this side project has, it makes sense and it fits to have these sort of religious themes in these songs. Which brings me to natural selection, another pretty like the religious imagery is very prominent on the song, but I feel like the production on this song really reminds me of Glass Animals. I feel like this song could have been made by Glass Animals, but in contrast to Glass Animals, where I feel like a lot of their music is very a lot more light and airy, there is a sort of darker undertone to this song that sets it apart from anything that Glass Animals would have done. And again, the vocals from Chino are awesome, especially on the chorus. I love the chorus to this song. And yeah, other than that, you know, not much else I really have to say about the album. It's fantastic. I've been listening to it quite a bit, and yeah, it's a really great follow up to their first album. How I would rank it in comparison to their first album, again, I do think that their first album has a better flow, track to track, but I think that's some of the songs on this more recent album just kind of exceed everything from their first album. So I kind of have them on the same ground because I like some things about this album more than the first, and I like some things about the first album more than this. So I'd say they're kind of even for me. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about the album, and that is the conclusion of this journey through Chino Moreno's side projects. It's been so great, so fun. I really do think that Chino is one of my favorite songwriters at this point now. I think that he's it just like the consistency throughout all of these projects is incredible, and I just am really impressed with how different all of these side projects are from each other and from Deftones, but there's still like that connective tissue through each one of these projects that you can definitely tell Chino Moreno is behind it, and it's just been so fun to see this different side of Chino outside of Deftones, and I'm just really glad that I went on this journey, and thank you all for watching and staying subscribed to my channel and following along with me. So like I mentioned on my community post that I made a few days ago, as of recording this, the next few videos for me will be just kind of one-off reactions to different albums that I'm interested in, and then in the short future I will start my next discography dive into Tool. That will be the next, long running series from me, diving into every Tool album and whatever other, singles, EPs that they have. And I'll be doing that in chronological order, just like I did with Deftones. Hopefully, you'll be sticking around for that. But if Tool's not your jam throughout the series that I'll be doing, diving into Tool's music, I will be releasing one off reactions intermittently throughout as well. I don't want to just pigeonhole myself into listening to uh, just one band, kind of like I have been with Deftones, just because, it does take a lot of my time to fully get through all of these albums in the way that I do it, which is, I like to absorb the albums and really let it ruminate before giving my final thoughts on them. So in the meantime, between those Tool albums, I will be, just doing one-off reactions, and those will just be my reaction. They won't be like me listening to the album and then coming back. Maybe it will be if I like really like that album that I listen to. I'll have an updated thoughts section, but by and large, I think I'm just gonna stick to my first reactions for those. But of course, with my discography series looking into Tool, I will be making sure that all of the albums really ruminate before I give my final review. So yeah. Anyway, sorry for the long-winded outro. Just wanted to speak about that in a video, not just my community post, because I'm sure some people have missed that. So expect that in the future. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking with me throughout these Chino videos, and I am very excited for what is in store in the future on this channel. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Have a great time. Have a great day. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.